Good morning everyone. Right, this morning we are going to walk the Aberglaslyn pass route. We are at the National Trust car park. My National Trust card is getting lots of use this week, and I'm intending to walk the 3-mile moderate Aberglaslyn circular. So starting from here at Nampmore, we'll be following the red route. If it becomes too narrow for me or not what I want, we'll come back, same as usual. So ready guys, let's go. There is also Cumbiken Copper Mines Trail, which does look fascinating, but as it's down as 5 miles and strenuous, not for me today. So we are following those markings. So we're in a similar area to where we did our first National Trust walk on that first day we were here, but it'll be in very, very different weather. As you can see, some pretty uneven paths, so do just bear that in mind. And there is our sort of black footprint sign that we're going to be following. Oh look, let's turn the beetle over. There we go, Alexander Beetle. Off you go. Good girl. Yeah. Right, I've got much happier dogs today. Merlin in particular was not impressed by being wet all day yesterday. He's become an incredibly good little adventure dog, and he's an absolute star, but being that bit lower to the ground, he does get splashed and he doesn't like it. Well, I must say, I'm very glad I'm getting down these, because if I can't get down, at least I know I can get back up. This way guys. Good girl. Yeah, the dogs have definitely got their smiles back today. After yesterday's rainfall, the river's definitely running. This way guys. I must say, it's pretty impressive. Not much videoing while I'm walking, because the park is just too much for me to walk and think. Dog's just having a little bit of a drink where there's a bit of a safe place to do so. And then we'll carry on. Good boy. Look at that colour. That's amazing. That is very nice to see. Right, this way, up. Good boy. Well, that's stubborn little duck dog. Oh, she get up now. I always have to ask her twice. That just is a character. Now there will be people who say you're putting your dogs at risk by doing this. And yeah, obviously to some extent I have to agree. But I expect them to use common sense. They do. It's my job to call them out when they're not using common sense. And to be honest, there's no way I could do this with them on lead. They don't pull, but I trip over. This is just amazing. So this is, I'm pretty certain, the Fisherman path, and it is really spectacular. Nice to see a few snacks on the way, riding up there. Time for the camera to go in my pocket. I think that some of this is more of a scramble than a walk. Go and get the camera back out for a bit. Those of you who follow us know, but I do try and film snippets from whole walks, just to give a real idea, because I see so many of these wonderful walks online and things, and you just see the one amazing bit. You don't see the hours of slog to get there, or the lovely surrounding countryside sometimes. So there we go. This is just stunning. That's the first people I've seen this walk. There was 2 other vehicles parked in the car park. And I'm not here silly early. I didn't get here till about 8:30 this morning. So I think on a weekday, out of holidays, you don't need to get up too early. This is just breathtaking. Again, the camera's going to go back in my pocket so that I can scramble. Oh, he's certainly got people along there. Lots of people, 7 or 8, all with dogs, but plenty of room for us to all pass one another, so that was no issue at all. And as you can see, we've also got the trusty handholds back. Those people I've just met are walking from Beddgelert town centre. I'm going to scan around. So I've got a moment. Wow. Good boy. Well done, guys. The sun coming out just makes such a difference. The light is amazing and it's really showing off all those greens. I'm just tidy up in there. All of these walks, there is always something to see everywhere you look. Good children. Well done. Did you find somewhere to paddle? Okay. Yeah, we're not playing sticks. So yeah, there are a couple of safer bits here for the dogs to have a drink and a paddle. Not safe enough to be throwing sticks. So look just what different scenery we've got now. And still that river on our left. I have just noticed the railway line running alongside us. It would be lovely to see a train while we're out today. I've travelled this route and it is stunning to travel on by train. Good boy. Tempting as it would be to wait around and film a train, I've still got a lot of walking to do. And I don't trust this weather to hold. That is a perfect little spot for a bit of a swim. How lovely, little duck dog. This is wonderful. You can see we've almost got a stream running alongside the river, and it's just perfect for the dogs to find. It is a toller, and she is so happy to finally get some water.
Oh, you said.
Well, there we go. Canadian lady was very happy to see a little duck dog. Although I walk on my own, and it would be lovely to have company, but the reality is I don't have anyone suitable to walk with, and I hate to feel that I'm holding people up. And if I decide that it's unmanageable and turn round, I want to be able to do that. It's when you're pushed that things go wrong. But you do always meet people on these walks. You stop, have a chat, and carry on. On that hot day, a few days ago, I chatted to a couple for a good half hour. We all sat down by the river and our dogs stayed in the cool. Other times it's just a nod or a smile, a hello, and you carry on. But don't ever be afraid of getting out on your own. Be sensible, but don't let it stop you. And of course, yes, Otie, I'm not actually on my own because I've got them with me. I've lost them. Hello, you've had a stream. A stream through a tunnel, well done. Good find. Good girl. Good boy. Tempting as it would be to wait around and film a train, I've still got a lot of walking to do. And I don't trust this weather to hold. Lovely couple there. They've started from Beddgelert campsite today. They did a really long route last year. They're going to do a shorter route this year. And I reckon I'm about 10 minutes from Beddgelert. I was just looking behind me, you can't see this. There's a couple of herons sat on the other bank. It's unusual to see two together. We'll just have another little scan around behind us, particularly on a circular route. I think that's a lovely idea of the whole walk. There we go. And then you can see we're right next to a railway. Do be aware, there are areas your dog can get up onto the railway. So if in doubt, Leeds. Right, I've put my toe on Leeds because you know what? It's just not worth it. And there we go, very glad I did. So it looks like we're crossing the line. And those guys I've just had a chat to, doing very similar stuff to myself. They reckon there's about one train a day around lunchtime, so we're not likely to see one. But what a great spot. This is just gorgeous. And they said if we go across the bridge and turn right, that's a more interesting path. Good lad, be brave. Well done. Good boy. It's taken them a little while to get brave with bridges. Now that is a view. Look at that. Wow. So the river's far gentler, yeah? So look at it. I'm just going to do a 360 here because it's just so unexpectedly stunning and so different to the walk we've been doing. And I say it time and time again, you change direction, you've got something different. The light changes, you've got something different. Good job. Very happy little dogs. There's some water. Let's have a paddle in. As much as that heat wave was wonderful and we got to do some different things to normal, this sort of weather is just perfect for walking. Good girl. Hey guys. Good boy. Just coming away from a river and it's suddenly just so peaceful. The dogs can have a true run without me worrying about them falling, which is nice. It really is just stunning everywhere you look. Oh look, we've got a matching pair. A retriever and a small dog. How brilliant. Morning. Right, dogs on leads again as we're approaching the road, I think. That's the famous Beddgelert church. We need to try and make sure we're back on our track. So this red track's the one we're on. We've done the whole section along the river. We're on this side of the river as per recommendation from that couple. So I'd be looking to turn left in a moment. Right, I think I get it. Well, that's definitely a train. We have gone across water. So I think we head back down here and then take a right where I saw people crossing. Let's go and see. Beddgelert's grave, no, I'm not going to go that way. Okay, I was sort of expecting a sign going off that way. But not yet. So we'll keep going. Worst case scenario, we go back the way we came. Right, looking at the map again, it is as I first thought. I think we do go back the same way that we came out. So let's go. And also it is wonderfully cool along here. It is really warm now. I've definitely got too many layers on. Not the forecast what was expected at all. A couple I've just spoken to, they're planning on doing the same route as me. But we all looked at the maps and they reckon it's a lollipop as well. So it is coming back, same route. Okay, I'm filming very little on the way back, simply because it's getting really quite busy out here, and also I don't want to get in people's way. Right, I'm just taking a quick breather, letting some other people go past. Wow, this is hot. I really wouldn't like to do this at busy times, so do bear that in mind. And a cave? Oh, you have found a cave, well done. Are you going that way?
We're going that way. We're just...
Take care. Now a quick waltz back behind us, just because we can. Just the men. The noise, the colours, just everything. Hey guys. So there we go, we're back at the point where we're turning away from the river again now and heading back towards the car park. I'm seriously running out of energy now. I'd forgotten actually that this bit isn't completely straightforward either, but it is just wonderful. Hey guys! I'm starting to hallucinate now about ice cold pints of orange juice and lemonade. Good girl. That is the most wanted sign I've seen today. Well, that's looking a lot busier to when we left this morning. So yeah, though you don't need to get up silly early, I would recommend certainly before 9 o'clock, preferably before 8:30, if you want to guarantee a space. So there we go, that's back to the start. So, what have I got to say about the Aberglaslyn circular walk from the National Trust car park here? Absolutely amazing. Do come out and do it yourselves. Snowdonia seems to have its own sort of system of levels for walks. This one was down as moderate, but if it had been a Devon or Cornwall walk it would have been down as hard. There weren't any massive gradients. It is fairly level, but you've got to watch your footing. I wouldn't recommend bring a dog that pulls. Wouldn't recommend a stretchy lead or anything like that either. You're going to get yourself into trouble. But it's definitely worth coming out here. Come out and walk it however slowly you want to. The earlier in the day you are, the less likely you are to meet lots of different people. What is actually really quite nice is the stone isn't slippery. I wasn't going to say it while I was out there because sod's law I would have then slipped, but it's not a particularly slippery type of stone, and it is wet conditions today, and it's pretty solid footing. So although you've got to watch where you place your foot and you wouldn't want to get trapped, it's not going to move underfoot like the slate we were on yesterday. National Trust car park, free for members. I think it was £4 for the day, so that's really not bad at all. I'll put the details for the car park in the directions for the walk. So yeah, take care everyone. Get out walking and we'll see you all soon.